Jack.
Yes.
Hey, man.
Hey.
So, there's this latest Star Talk book that
Yes.
Lindsay Walker and I wrote.
To
Lindsay's
infinity and beyond.
Yeah, she's behind the scenes in all these recordings, of course.
Producer extraordinaire.
We spend a large part of a chapter exploring how empty space actually is.
Yeah.
You can get a sense it's empty because there's these big, vast voids and things, all right? But I don't think people really feel how emotionally empty.
Oh,
They
really?
came out wrong. No, that came out wrong.
I was going to say, space is just sitting around just like, I want to connect with people. I want to. I don't understand why I just can't seem to make that kind of tight fit with anybody. I don't.
It's tough in space, being space.
God, it just seems like no matter how much comes into me, I just still feel so empty. I mean, new stars are happening all the time, but still, it just doesn't do it. What do I have to do to have some sense of accomplishment or fulfilledness in my life? I'm sorry, Space. Our time is up. Maybe we can pick this up next week.
Space. So let's take a look. We have 8 planets, and they go out, 4 or 5 billion miles, but there's only 8 of them, right? So clearly that's pretty empty, right?
Yeah.
But there are these asteroids.
Right.
And most of them are collected in this flattened zone between Mars and Jupiter.
Right.
Okay. Because it's a flattened zone, we call it a belt. There are comets that come into the sun from all directions.
Right.
And if you projected where they come from, it's a spherical region around the solar system. And that we wouldn't call that a belt. No. Because it's a spherical region, we call that a cloud.
A cloud, right.
So
the Oort cloud.
The Oort cloud, Jan Oort, who's a Dutch astronomer. So he saw how many comets were coming in from every direction.
Right.
And comets are moving fast when they're near the sun, all right? And when they go farther away from the sun, they move slower and slower and slower. So when he ran the math on this, before computers, by the way, he ran the math, he concluded there must be billions of these comets way out there in these long loop orbits that come around.
Right.
And they'll spend most of their time far away from the sun because that's when they're moving the slowest. Okay.
Right.
Pluto is the most significant member of the Kuiper belt of comets.
Right.
So that's a belt because it's a flattened
disc
region around the sun. All right. 1801, the first asteroid is discovered. And people are excited because they think it's a planet.
Right.
They discovered orbiting in this big gap, suspiciously big gap between Mars and Jupiter. People were saying, let's just keep looking. There's got to be something there. It's a bigger gap than you think should be there given the distances between other planets. Exactly. So they found we found a planet. And then they found another one. And then they found another one. And another one. The first 4 asteroids, Ceres, Pallas, Vesta, and Juno. Ceres is the goddess of harvest, and that's the root to the word cereal.
Oh,
okay.
Cool. There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. So anyhow, once we started discovering many, many, many more of these, we realized, wait a minute, they're all in the same swath of real estate. They don't sort of own their own space. And actually, they're really tiny.
Right.
They're so tiny through a telescope, they look like a star. Stars are so far away, you can't see any size for them.
But these are right here with us.
They're right here with us. So they look like stars, but they're not stars.
Right.
They're asteroids. Well, how many are there? Well, we started counting hundreds initially, then thousands, then tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands. Right now, we're up over 1 million known asteroids with orbits and existence in our solar system.
Right.
And one of them has my name on it.
No.
You didn't know that?
I did not.
You did not know that?
I'm serious. I did not.
Okay.
We've been together a long time. How did I not know? How did I not? You have your own asteroid?
Yes, I do. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't mean to brag or anything. By the way, there are a lot of asteroids. So there's a limit to how big your head can get. which you get an asteroid named after you. Just saying.
I don't know about that. That's not bad. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I mean, can you see it? Now that's the thing.
Well, I double checked that it's not headed towards Earth, or it's not on an Earth crossing orbit.
Yeah, see,
you don't want to be that asteroid.
You don't want to be that asteroid. Yeah, it's just like Neil Tyson is coming to kill you all.
So it's asteroid 13123 Tyson.
13123 Tyson.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's cool, man.
Okay, so I have a
now
name.
Wait a minute. There's just very quickly.
What?
Can anybody get their own asteroid? I mean, is that something where like somebody bestowed this honor upon you? It's not one of those things where it's just like one of these services where it's just like you too can name a star. You know? Give it to your girlfriend for Valentine's Day. Name a star.
You use the salesman voice, right? Name a star.
Right.
So the person who discovers the asteroid has the power to name it after any person, place, or thing.
Oh, so that's cool. So somebody found this asteroid that you know,
Yes.
and they were just like, hey, Neil, I'm going to name this asteroid. Wow, that I'm going to say.
So that's an honor. It's honor.
That's more than an honor. That's like naming a child after somebody.
Oh,
you know?
Okay. Okay.
I mean, honestly, that asteroid's going to be there long after we're all gone. Your kid's going to die.
That's true.
So
That's true.
If you named your kid after me, it'd be like, okay, that's an honor for like what, 70 years, 70. All right. Yeah. It's not like your kid's going to live forever. You know, I was named after Chuck Nice. No, but that asteroid will be there for generations to come.
Long
that's
after I'm dead.
That's a serious honor.
There it is. Okay. So that's one of the asteroids in the asteroid belt. Okay. We know of 1 million. There's probably as many as 1 billion. Depends on how small you want to count.
What you're going to count. Right.
All right. So now watch. That swath of real estate is so large.
Okay.
Let's ask the question. What is the average distance between asteroids?
Okay.
That's a very honest question to ask.
Question. Yeah.
Now, if you base it on movies, all right,
well, that average distance would be around 6.5 feet.
That's right, because you can navigate.
You got to navigate the spaceship to make it look cool.
It doesn't look cool otherwise, right? And the rocks are banging off the side of the ship and jostling the ship,
right?
And even in Star Trek, Captain, we're entering an asteroid field.
Right.
And there they go. And so, yeah, this is cinematic trope. What's going on as you enter an asteroid field?
Okay. I got a feeling right now. I got a feeling that you are about to ruin another cinematic constant or tradition. Another cinematic tradition is about to bite the dust, courtesy of Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Why you got bill it like that?
I just know.
Why you gotta make me look? Why you do that?
Something telling me, man.
Okay, the average distance between asteroids in the asteroid belt, is about 600,000 miles.
Oh my God. So basically, you're like, okay, so you can't see it, but over there to the left, if we're not careful, in about a month, we might hit that asteroid.
Imagine showing that. Showing that in the movie, right?
That's the movie. That's the new movie version. Okay? Captain, we've entered the asteroid belt. Oh my God. Well, what is the potential damage, number one? I don't know how to say this, Captain, but we can't see any of them. They're too far away. How shall we maneuver the ship? There's no need to. I'm actually going to go take a nap now, Captain. I'm going to go lay down because that's how much danger an asteroid belt actually poses. You know.
So what's interesting is our first space. We have 5. Well, more than that. I'm old enough to remember the first 4 spaceship to go beyond Mars in the solar system to reach the outer planets. So if you want to go to the outer planets, you have to cross the asteroid belt.
Right.
Okay. We did this calculation. All right.
Right.
Early on, Pioneer 10 and 11, twin spacecraft, first to have enough energy to leave the solar system, but they're not as famous as Voyager 1 and 2.
Right.
All 4 of those spacecraft went through the asteroid belt and nothing happened to them.
And if it did, NASA would have been the laughing stock of all spacecraft of space programs ever, because there's 600,000. How could you hit something? You can't. If you tried to hit something, you couldn't hit it. You gotta try. It's like when my dad took me to learn how to drive in the parking lot of the supermarket, and the supermarket is closed, and I hit a lamppost. And he went,
you didn't. What?
How?
What?
How could you? There's nothing here but lines on the ground and this one lamppost, and you hit it. How did you hit the lamppost?
Okay. So, yeah, I'm just trying to get real here. I mean, so that's all I'm saying.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So that's why we don't worry about crossing the asteroid belt. We just send stuff through. It's not even a thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, honestly. Oh my God. And once again, I can say Star Wars has it completely wrong when it comes to the science of space. Thank you, Star Wars, for your assiduous consistency, where you just get it wrong every time.
So anyway, that was a long lead up to that one little bitty fact there. But you learned that I have an asteroid. I have an asteroid named after me. Yeah.
That was so much fun. But actually, and that's the coolest thing. Well, actually, those are 2 cool things we learned. One, you are never getting hit by an asteroid in the asteroid belt. That's number one. Okay. And number 2, Tyson 321. No,
it's 13123 Tyson.
13123 Tyson.
Which means at the time that was named for me, there was in the tens of thousands of named asteroids.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But now we're like in the high hundreds of thousands getting named. And so there's asteroids named after, like I said, people, places, and things. If you discover enough asteroids, you can name one after your pet.
Right. Yeah.
There you
go. So there's an asteroid somewhere named Fluffy. Is what you're saying. Fluffy 31123.
There's an asteroid named Santa. That was kind of cool.
The Santa world.
And I have a friend of mine who was at a telescope on Christmas Day, and he made sure to observe asteroid Santa on Christmas Day.
Oh, man.
Just for the grins of it. Yeah.
That's a cool thing to know, though.
Once again, this has been a Star Talk Explainer. This time, how crowded is the asteroid belt? Thanks for being there, Chuck.
A pleasure.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, as always, keep looking up.